Our next anime is Papa no Iukoto o Kikinasai. Roughly translated to, listen to me, girls. I am your father.
It's not true. That's impossible!
Search your feelings, you know it to be true. The story explains the day-to-day of a college freshman just starting a new life in the School of Literature department of Tenma University.
School alive? Wait a minute. It's a college? Alright.
While he grew up with his sister, he left and lived by himself when she got married with a man who had 2 daughters from a previous marriages. He tried to distance himself from that family, and so he moved out to live on his own. About 3 years later, he was asked by his sister to visit and babysit the girls, which suddenly turned his life upside down when the girls' parents went missing.
They were stranded on the island where all anime parents go. Right between Gilligan's Island and the island from Lost.
He now has to live with the 3 daughters of his sister, with which 2 from a previous marriage are not related by blood.
Oh, it's not a good sign when the synopsis feels the need to emphasize that point.
A tsundere Takanashi Sora, 14 years.
Okay, anime, it's not too late to turn around.
A little demon Takanashi Mew, 10 years.
Come on, anime, any younger and they'll start to press charges.
And a small girl Takanashi Hina, 3 years.
I cannot see how this could get any worse.
In a 6 tatami mat size room.
It just got worse.
Let's check it out, shall we?
No! Now, usually what I would do is that I would take a look at the animation up until the opening song, but what is different for this anime is that its opening doesn't happen until the end for its first episode. And this has happened in other animes in the past as well. This, I believe, is actually a very wise decision on the anime company's part. For you see, what an opening does for an anime series, as I've said in the past, it gives us a hint as to what the series is going to be about, its tone, what the characters are going to be like, and if they show the opening in the first episode, it will kind of ruin the surprise of the series. So, kudos for them for keeping it until the very end of the episode. And we'll get to the opening when it happens. But for now, let's just go through this anime part by part instead of my usual thing I do. But now let's talk about the anime series. This is Seigo Yuta, a college student and a literature major at the... Whoa. Something was off about that scene. I don't know what, but something was definitely off about that. Alright, an accurate depiction of college. Brewskis and loose women to go around. Let's party! Wait a minute, haven't I seen that guy in High School of the Dead? And don't I also play as that guy in Any Manga 21's High School of the Dead Abridged series? Plug! Oh, my throbbing head. Oh, the light. It burns. Oh no, this isn't gonna be like that one time in Vegas.
I see assholes like you every day.
Every fucking day.
Let's go to Vegas. We'll all get drunk and
Yeah,
rave.
woo! Woo!
Let's steal a cop car because it'll be really fucking funny.
Yeah. Think you gonna get away with it? Not up in here.
Not up in here.
So as it turns out, what's been happening all this time is that Yuta has been going and is being interviewed by this guy for integrating interrogation. I'm sorry. What are you doing?
Oh, didn't you hear? This dimension's been condemned. We gotta move everything out.
Wait, what do you mean? What do I do about this then?
Oh, don't worry. You should be relocated in about 5, 4, 3.
Wait. What do you mean by relocated? Oh, not again.
Must have gotten past the first barrier.
What do you mean?
You find out soon enough,
You scare me sometimes. Where were we?
やめろジョーカー俺を街道人間にするなろ
Right. Let me explain. You see, Porkins over here was trying to set up Yuta to think that he might have done something nasty with this very bodacious looking babe right here. And frankly, I wouldn't mind if I did. But it turns out that it was all a setup just so that he could join the sightseeing club. How this would accomplish that and why he was flopping on the desk like a flounder, I have no answer for that. But enough about that double lard. Let's talk about instead this bodacious babe here, Oda Raika-kun, shall we? For starters, her character is a great example of something I like to call straight-face comedy. She'll do such outrageous things, all with that very cute face. She also serves as a nice romantic love interest for our main character, Yuta here. Overall, she's a well-rounded, very funny character with a lot of attributes to her that will make anyone fall in love with her at first sight. You know, going into this series, I was a little apprehensive. But from what I've seen so far, I've been pleasantly surprised. We've been following our main character, Yuta, and his school life activities, as well as giving him a love interest that isn't a preteen or related to him. And to be honest, this is one of the things that I admire about this series.
Wait, you like this series?
No, of course not. It's not like I like this series or watched it all the way through or anything like that. But what I'm saying is that I like it how when I first saw this series, I thought we were gonna go right into that cutesy schmootsy Oni-chan stuff that just makes my skin crawl. And it's a very breath of fresh air to see that they are instead focusing first on the potential love interest and sort of establishing Yuta before we get into...
ねえねえ、パパぎっくりしようかな。ぎっくりじゃなくてびっくりね。帰ってきた。やばー、おしっこしたくなってきちゃった。
You knew this would be coming.
Yes, I know. I was just hoping...
You cannot delay the inevitable.
Yeah.
いくよ。せーの。おかえりなさい。お父さん、いつもありがとう。はい、父の日のプレゼント。
おお、ありがとうみんな。ママ、記念に1枚。さあ。
どれよ。
おいで、そばおいで。いや、嬉しい。ほら、1枚だけ。
Well, that was a very nice, charming family scene there, and I'm very excited to see what the writers plan to do with the parents. Oh, wait. Ugh. We next see Yuta's sister calling him up to ask if he wants to come over sometime to visit his nieces. However, Yuta seems to be a little bit apprehensive about visiting them.
水いらずを邪魔しちゃ悪いし。
何それ。二度とそんな言い方しないで。どんなに離れてたって、ユータはずっと私の大切な家族なのよ。
Now, this is a very good character scene because it gives us insight into not only Yuta's character, but how he feels about his sister's family. For one thing, I'm going to be doing a little bit of spoilers here, so if you don't want to hear it, just skip to the next animated part. After Yuta's parents died from a tragic car accident, his other relatives were gonna separate him and his sister away because of, well, convenience on their part. But his sister intervened in saying that she was gonna raise up Yuta as her own. And because of this, I don't think it's so much that Yuta is against his sister marrying a guy that had 2 daughters from a previous marriage, although it does seem that is part of the reason. But I think another part of it is that he became a little bit more antisocial against his other relatives or any other people that he might have considered family at one point, and only sees his sister as the only family in his life. And so when she was taken away from him, he felt a little betrayed by this and tried to distance himself away from her and her family because he felt that he couldn't be a part of her family anymore. So it is a very interesting look at a character that has gone through a situation like this and has to deal with it again later in the series. And that's another thing I like about this series. Not only does it have some very interesting characters going for it, but the main focus of this series is family, which plays a major role throughout. I think the sister sums it up pretty nicely here.
あの子たちを本当の家族だと思ってる。お腹を痛めたヒナと変わらない私の娘だって。ユウタだって同じよ。
ごめん。
ユウタも恋をして新しい家族ができたらきっとわかるよ。